Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. You are watching Wine Down Wednesday, your weekly show where we talk self-love and you get a self-love astrology weather report. I'm your host, Amelia Fortes. If it is your first time here, welcome. Please say hello in the comments so that I know that you were here. And if you're catching this on the replay, please give us a hashtag replay in the comments. And if you're catching this on YouTube, please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified whenever we upload a new episode every week. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you are a returning viewer, welcome. It has been a hot minute since I've done a Wine Down Wednesday. It's literally been about 3 weeks. It's been a while. It's been a year, you know, or only into February. And wow, what a year it has already been. Hey, Corey. Hey, Tintin. Hey, Jeremy. Please say hello as you hop on. What are we talking about? So if you're new here, every week we start off with a self-love astrology weather report, and then we go into the topic of the night. And today's topic is about slowing down and mindfulness and why that is important. So we're going to take a breath tonight together and get our emotional health back in order, shall we? Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Peter. Hey, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. Good evening. So for today's Self-Love Astrology Weather Report, if you didn't already know, I'm sure you're going to know right now. Yep, that's right. We are in Mercury retrograde yet again. First Mercury retrograde in the age of Aquarius. Well, actually, I don't know if it's the first one, but don't quote me on that. But we're in Mercury retrograde again. And, you know, I know that a lot of us astrology enthusiasts, spiritual people, we get made fun of a lot by normal people for blaming Mercury yet again for all of our problems. Well, I invite you and encourage you to F all that noise, because astrology, what's going on in the cosmos, is a real thing. And Mercury retrograde happens 3 times a year. It's the planet that's closest to the sun, so we get impacted by it. What do I want to say? I say this every Mercury retrograde, but just as a reminder, retrograde, just think of the first 2 letters in retrograde, R-E. It's a time to reflect, reassess, re-examine, re-evaluate, and it's a time to slow down a bit. If slowing down and taking it easy is good enough for Mercury, then it's good enough for us human beings. So Mercury went retrograde on Saturday, January 30th, and it will be in retrograde for about 3 weeks. And it's really just a wonderful time to clean house, to reflect, reassess, reevaluate, like I said, and to slow the fuck down. Just slow down and really take a look back at the last month, 3 months, 6 months of your life. Our last retrograde was in October. So maybe look at the last couple months from October until now, and just see, just do a quick scan, bullet point checklist, or maybe even Deepak Chopra teaches this, replay the last few months of your life as if you were watching a movie, and just watch yourself with a neutral, open mind and open heart. Observe yourself almost like you're observing the most wonderful creature on the planet, because you are the most wonderful creature on the planet. And just see what happened. You know, take a look at your relationships. How did your relationships evolve or change or deepen or end? Take a look at your career, your work. How did it evolve or change or deepen or end or not change? Your health and well-being, your finances, Look at all your family, your friendships, look at all the different areas in your life. And to help you out with what area to look at, and you'll have to go to an old episode where we discuss Mercury retrograde. So, but I teach you how to go into your birth chart and see which house this retrograde is affecting. Now, I'm speaking this way. I know some of you might be astrology experts, but for those of you who aren't, the house that is being impacted by this Mercury retrograde will let you know what area of your life this retrograde can really be impacting. So, yeah, my intention is not to teach you how to do that now, but if you go to an old episode on YouTube, here's my YouTube channel. If you go there and you go to the Wind Down Wednesday playlist, you can look for an episode where we talk about Mercury retrograde, and I go into how to look up your birth chart and see which house impacting. So that's really all I want to say about Mercury retrograde. I talk about it a lot on these episodes, but it's just a friendly reminder to slow down and reevaluate your life. And if you want to look at the specific area, you can look up the house that it's impacting. And the other thing I want to talk about is the age of Aquarius. You might have been hearing this phrase around the interwebs, or people are talking about it, and maybe you're wondering, what does it mean? And actually, Wikipedia has a pretty good definition of what the age of Aquarius is. But at a high level, general thing that I just want to tell you is that I'm sure you've been noticing, especially with the pandemic 2020 and all of the protests, the big movement of Black Lives Matter, the storming of the Capitol that happened in the United States last month. And especially those of you who are empaths or really sensitive to energy, you've been feeling some changes. And especially those of you who are super, super sensitive, I'm sure you've been feeling those changes big time since around like 2012. And so I don't know the exact dates or anything, but around 2012 time, Earth, the planet we live on, started vibrating at a higher frequency than before. So the old era, the age of Pisces, and now age of Aquarius. So as we started entering this new age, Earth's vibration and frequency has been raising. And as a result, human vibration frequency, all living being vibration frequency has been raising. You might have heard the phrase of the raising of consciousness. And so with the raising of consciousness comes a lot of awareness, comes the breakdowns of old archaic systems that don't work anymore. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the GameStop, Reddit, Wall Street, stock market stuff that happened last week. And there are countless other incidents and events that have been happening that are clear evidence of this new age, this higher vibration, this higher frequency coming in, shaking up the core of our foundations and our systems. Not only at a global level, but I'm sure it's been happening to you at the individual level. So really the invitation here is to just chill the fuck out and, take a pause. And if you haven't taken a pause yet, take one. And if you've already taken a pause, take another one. Take as many pauses as you need. It's like, think of like an airplane taking off and in flight and landing. The most turbulent times are the takeoff and the landing. And so since we're going from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, think of this as like a few years long takeoff. So there's a lot of turbulence, and we are going into better times, if you will, better technology, more collaboration, more connection. So Aquarius is the sign that rules social media. So social media is evolving faster than ever before. And I'm sure some of you have heard of that new social media app, Clubhouse. There's also another one called Quilt, Stereo. There's all new kinds of ways for human beings to connect with each other. And it's all part of this higher consciousness that we're moving into. And so just like we know to expect turbulence during takeoff, just know to expect turbulence right now. It's turbulent times. And the name of the game as it relates to self-love is to be gentle with yourself, to, you know, the old way that you used to do things, it's not going to work anymore. The old way that you as an individual used to do things, that systems I mean, look at school. School has completely revolutionized because of this pandemic. Workplace has completely revolutionized. The way we grocery shop, the way we do a whole bunch of things, it's changing because the old systems are breaking down and we are raising that consciousness. I think of like the butterfly, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly in this chrysalis. And, you know, I always make this joke of like, does it hurt to turn into a butterfly? And I bet it does. I don't know how many of you know this, but the caterpillar literally has to liquefy inside the chrysalis. Can you imagine liquefying? Can you imagine like your human body right now liquefying to grow wings and just get a completely different form? It's painful, it's turbulent, it's weird, it's scary, it's dark, it's shadowy. And that's the time we're going through right now. So the more we can just go with the flow and accept, and the less that we fight life, the better it'll be, the better the experience will be. But nevertheless, it'll be turbulent. So put your seatbelt on and, you know, stop expecting life to not be life. Life is turbulent, and especially these times. And there's a couple of things that I want to read for you tonight as it relates to all of this. And one of them is from, honestly, I don't even know how I ended up on this chick's email list, but I got an email today from this website called wellnessofficial.com. And this article was written by a woman named Melania Snow, not to be confused with President Snow from Hunger Games or Melania, Melania Snow. And it's a February energy reading, and I just felt it was so great for Wind Down Wednesday tonight. So it's a channeled reading for this month. This is a big energy month, February, for a breakthrough at the highest level through conscious collaboration. That's very Aquarian language. This month is unlike any before it, as the old systems are being broken down by the emerging expression of Aquarian age innovation and collaboration. This new shade of creation is one of compassion, with a vision of a world where there is a possibility and space for all to thrive. Don't wait to be chosen anymore. Choose yourself, self-love, and know that you are here for a purpose and that you are safe and ready to exercise and express what only you can contribute for the greater good of the whole. Be a part of the groundswell by casting off anxiety and fear to instead emanate joy and excitement by taking the next inspired and aligned action. So much of your anxiety is simply joy and excitement withheld. Ooh. So I'm gonna let that marinate for a bit, but what does that mean? That means that we are in a very potent time. And it's very exciting. And yes, it's also very turbulent. I also think about birth, being born. Most of us don't remember how traumatic being born was. But being born was freaking traumatic. Imagine you're a baby, a fetus, in this wonderful, cushy, floaty womb, and you literally get pushed through, assuming you were delivered vaginally, but you literally get pushed through this hole from your head and squished through and into a completely new environment. And then you have to learn how to like speak and talk and walk and eat and do all these things. It's traumatic. Or even if for C-section, you were literally like ripped out of your cushy, watery home into this whole new life. And yes, this is the life you live now, but it's very different from the life you were living in the womb. And it was traumatic and it was turbulent, right? You see, if you've ever been at a birth or seen birth on TV or whatever, it's not just like a casual stroll through the park. It's a lot for the mother, for the doctors, for the father, like for whoever's there, for the baby being born. And think of it collectively, we are essentially passing through the womb of Pisces into the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. So if you are experiencing turbulence, anxiety, frustration, anger, loss of hope, depression, whatever you're experiencing, it's freaking normal. It is freaking normal. So number one, normalize it for yourself. Stop beating yourself up for not having a smooth life right now, because literally no one's, well, maybe not no one, but a lot of us are not having a smooth ride, and life wasn't meant to be permanently smooth. So instead, reframe that and ask yourself, what opportunity is this time period giving me? What can I do with what's happening in my life right now? And it will require you to slow down so that you can really hear the whispers of inspiration, so you can really hear the whispers of your intuition and create what was meant to come through. And I'm saying all these things because these are literally the lessons that I'm learning right now as well. So I am learning right along with you. There's something else I want to read from the Gene Keys book, and it's about the shadow of limitation. The shadow of limitation. It sometimes seems that no matter how good our intentions are, there is a force that appears bent on keeping them from manifesting. But this shadow is actually also a great collective release code for higher harmony. It will not yield to force, but waits for one thing: time. All of life follows cycles within time. Unless you can escape its frequency, this shadow will prevent you from seeing that life has a built-in mechanism for righting itself. And at the shadow frequency, this will cause you to distrust the flow of life. The law of all form is that no structure can last. Each and every one of them comes programmed to eventually decline and die. This alone is food for much insight in your life. This shadow concerns the human over-reliance on structure and the consequent death of something very special indeed: magic. Magic refers to events that do not follow logical or sequential laws. Magic is spontaneous, highly mutative, unpredictable, and uncontrollable. And its greatest quality is that it is beyond meaning or understanding. So, if you're feeling anxiety right now, if you're feeling frustrated or bitter or resentful or angry, chances are you are operating in a way that is out of alignment. And you need to get back into alignment. And one of the best ways to get back into alignment is to slow down. You are likely moving way too fast. And I get it. There's shit we gotta do. There's shit we gotta get done. We've got responsibilities. We've got babies to take care of, mouths to feed, bills to pay. So I'm not dismissing that like life needs to be lived in the way it needs to be lived. And I am challenging you all to still slow down. Slow down so that you can hear the whispers of your intuition. Slow down so that you can feel your feelings. Because likely you're moving too fast, that you're not allowing your feelings to be processed and felt. And then they end up building up and building up and building up. And then they all explode all over you one day. You know, like have someone look at you the wrong way in the grocery store and you just explode. So be kind and gentle with yourself. Slow down. Take things one at a time. And trust yourself. Trust that you will be able to handle whatever life throws your way, and understand that you can't control life. You really can't. So where does this topic really come from? This is coming from just what I've been experiencing the last few days. And so I've had like, I don't know, dozen meltdowns in like the last 3 days alone. And when I tell you the things that were triggering it, like just the tiniest things, like, you know, I had to call the bank there was some fraud on my credit card. And so we had to call the bank. But then there's like, the call was constantly dropping and I had to keep calling back and the people weren't understanding what I was saying. And it was like, and I couldn't handle it. Like my stress level was just through the roof, and a bunch of other things happened. Actually, I'll just tell y'all. So 𝗪𝗏, who you all know has been my assistant for the last 7-8 months. We are no longer together anymore. We have broken up, and I won't really go too much into it, but it didn't end well. So that broke my heart. And that triggered a lot of my abandonment issues. It triggered a lot of my not trusting issues. And I've been really emotional for the last couple weeks. And it's been hard, especially, you know, like a woman like me running my own business, and there's a lot to get done. I really depend on that right-hand person to support me. And like I said, it didn't end well. So it very much feels like a breakup, and it very much hurts like a breakup. And I've just been triggered just over and over again over the last few days. And after feeling my feelings, crying, screaming, calling friends, all those things, I actually cried on social media the other day. Cried to a bunch of friends, journaled, cried to my therapist. I did all the things that I needed to do to take care of myself. And then I was able to hear the whisper of my intuition, and my intuition was like, Amelia, maybe you need to slow down. You know, because having 𝗪𝗏 as my right-hand woman, you know, I was able to do a lot more with the business. I was able to create a lot more content, serve a lot more clients, do a lot more things. And so now without her, I'm not going to be able to do as much. And that's okay. And I think that scared me. But because I allowed myself to feel the feelings and to get the support that I needed, and still getting the support that I need, the inspiration and the intuition was able to come through. And I was able to kind of hear the answers for me. So the answers for me are slow down, one thing at a time, and And some really exciting things are happening too. So through all of that turmoil, actually, an amazing new program, an amazing new show has come out. So I'll still be doing Wind Down Wednesdays, but now I'm also doing Financial Fridays, and I have an amazing co-host who will be joining Wind Down Wednesday next week. His name is EJ. What's up, EJ? You're seeing this. Hey. But yeah, we have this wonderful show, Financial Fridays, every Friday on the Stereo app as well as the Clubhouse app. So if you do not have Clubhouse and you have an iPhone, let me know. I have a few invites and I can invite you in. I don't have 1,000, but I have some. So let me know. And then the Stereo app is available to download on Android and iPhone. And it's a really, really cool app. It's a live podcasting app, and it's kind of like podcasting meets radio put together. So when you listen to our show live, you can actually interact with us live, like on radio. You know how you call in to the radio and they can play your voice on air. So you can actually do that with the Stereo app, which is really, really cool. And last week's episode, and you can also hear the replays of the previous episodes. So download the Stereo app and follow me. My username is the Amelia Fortes. It's the same username everywhere. So if you download Stereo and follow me, the Amelia Fortes, you can get the replays of the previous shows, and then you can also tune in live this Friday for Financial Friday. But last week we talked all about the GameStop Reddit debacle that happened, and we really explained it like in normal people's terms. So if you've been hearing about it and you're kind of like, what the heck is going on, definitely listen to that episode, and we will continue talking about that topic this Friday as well. And if you have questions, tune in live so that you can interact with us live and ask questions. And Stereo and Clubhouse are the two opportunities that you have to interact with us live. And we're really passionate about Financial Fridays because what we're creating with that show is it's a safe space for normal people like you and me to talk about money and to talk about investing and to talk about growing your financial future for yourself and for your family. And we wanted to create it because there's a lot of financial stuff out there. Like you could YouTube, you could Google a lot of stuff, but to be honest, a lot of it is full of shit, and a lot of it is run by people who don't actually care about people, unfortunately. They just want to sell you something or sell you into some program, and they'll take all your money, and people will still walk away not having made their first investment or not having made progress. And our goal with Financial Fridays is to help you make progress in a real way, where EJ, and we also have another amazing investor, Evan, they're there to really provide the strategies and the real life investor tools and strategies and tactics. And I'm there to provide the healing and how to deal with the emotions that come up. And we really have been creating over the last few weeks a safe space for people to talk real shit about money. And we're really, really excited about it. So we hope you join us for Financial Fridays on Stereo and Clubhouse. And yeah, just download the apps. Like, I know you have a lot of apps, but Stereo is a really freaking cool app, and Clubhouse, like everyone's going crazy for Clubhouse. So I hope to see you there. And then also, as always, we have the YouTube channel where we'll be uploading stuff. What else do I want to say? Yeah, so there's a lot of really exciting things going on. So I just wanted to tell my story because, you know, there's a lot of fucked up shit happening in my life, but there's also a lot of really great shit, and this is how we handle it. We keep going, we keep moving, keep vision to hold on to have that why we keep moving forward. We slow down, we take care of ourselves, we love ourselves. And I've also got some workshops coming up this month as well. So you can check out 𝗪𝗫fortes.com/events and see what workshops I have coming up. Let's see, I'm gonna go look at comments now and see if there's any questions. Oh wow, there's so many. Hey. Thank you oh my God, Kana, Corey. Yes, anxiety is joy and excitement withheld. Absolutely. Hey, Kana. By the way, Kana is a new mommy, so let's all just send Kana some love. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm so proud of you. You made a human. And I got to finally sort of meet the baby the other day. Got to hear her voice. Yes, Jeremy, you can't control life. And yes, I'm getting triggered so much this month. Yes, like what I read about like the age of Aquarius, I mean, we are going through it, and I want you to take care of yourself and for us all to take care of each other and love each other. It's crazy times, but it's exciting. I want you to mostly be excited. Oh, thank you so much, Kat. Oh my gosh, I totally teared up because I saw this as I was scrolling. Yeah, it didn't end well, but it'll be okay. Sort of. Yes, feel the feelings and get support. Absolutely. That's like, you know, those are such simple steps for how to deal with like difficult emotions and how to take care of your emotional health. But like people skip that. People are like, what do I do? How do I like, they want to get to like solutions right away. But the way that the solutions come to you is by feeling the feelings and then getting support and then going for the solutions. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. Never alone. Oh my gosh, Anthony Rizzo. Yes, I see your question. Can I be part of your show? You can be part of my show. Yeah, yes, be part of the show. So yes, the show. I'm going to say this again in case you're just joining. Financial Fridays with Amelia and EJ. We are on stereo every Friday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. I know it's early, but it's worth it. Wake up early, join us live. If for whatever reason you can't wake up early and join us live, catch the replays on the stereo app. And then we're on Clubhouse at 1 p.m. on Fridays. So for you West Coasters or late waker uppers, you can join us on Clubhouse, and that's more of like a room chillin' vibe. And stereo is more like the live podcast radio show vibe. But definitely join the show. I would love to have you on, Rizzo. Oh my God, yes, that song was in my head too. Like when I was coming up with the topic for tonight, I was like, slow down. Yeah, so the link about the stock. So if you go to the stereo app and download it and follow me, the Amelia Fortes on stereo, you will get the replay. And we talked all about GameStop, Reddit, Wall Street Bets, that whole thing. And we're going to continue talking about it this week. And if you can't find it for whatever reason, send me a private message and I'll link you. But the link should also be in my Instagram bio. The links are all the places. But if for whatever reason you can't find it, just let me know. Yes, listen, Jeremy, I need you in Financial Fridays. Like you are gonna like come to the Clubhouse and join the stereo. You're gonna really love it. And then our Financial Friday workshop is on February 19th. And you can already sign up for the Financial Friday workshop at ameliafortes.com/events. So that's going to be on Friday, February 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're going to actually have a workshop with EJ and Evan. So because we know that the people that are going to come are going to be all over like the board, all across the board in terms of experience with investing. So, you know, I'm there to like, so that brand new people don't feel overwhelmed. And then EJ and Evan are going to be there for people that are a little bit more experienced and maybe have some specific questions around investing. So it's going to be really, really cool. So yeah, ameliafortes.com/events, February 19th, 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a 2-hour Zoom, and we are going to record it, so you'll have a replay as well. When I heard early, I wasn't expecting it, but I'll be there. Yeah. Yes, Jeremy said you gotta wake up early. Exactly. Oh, I love that. Epsom salt baths are helping me slow down. That's so good. Baths, taking a walk. Taking a walk is very, very healthy. It helps you process when your mind is overactive, and it also helps you process emotions. So taking walks, taking baths, all of those things. Yes, early bird always wins. Exactly. So yeah, if there's any questions, I'll just stay on. But I mean, that's really all I wanted to say. Slow down, take care of yourselves. I love you. And please come to Financial Fridays. It's really, really fun. EJ and Evan are amazing, wonderful, wonderful people. And they have like years and years of experience with investing. I'm a little bit of a newer investor, so I'm happy to lean on them for that part. And I'm there for the emotional healing and just to be the voice of the normal people. So yeah, check us out on Stereo and Clubhouse, and then sign up for the workshop at AmeliaFortes.com/events. And EJ and Evan are going to be on this show next week. So be here so that you can ask them questions live. And it's going to be really fun because we're all going to sit around with some wine and talk about money and finances and investing and emotions and healing and all of that good stuff. So it's going to be really, really good. Oh my God, Evan is here. Okay, Evan, hey. So this is Evan, who is part of our Financial Fridays trio. And yeah, we've been going strong for like 3 weeks now, and we've been steadily growing with people engaging and listening. And I will say, and Evan, you can what do you want to say? You can back up on, we've changed lives already. We've really changed lives. Like people that were like really scared about money or talking about money have been talking about money, have been feeling confident about making their first investment, have been feeling confident about doing the self-love work and the healing that they need to do, have been feeling really good about understanding that whole GameStop thing last week. So it's just been really awesome. And we just want to create a real safe space for real people to talk about it. Because I want to win. I want you to win. We want everyone to win. And it's a perfect time to do that. This age of Aquarius, like it's a time to change our ways and create something new. Something new for yourself, and it's the perfect time to do it. Yes, so 100% people have been giving some amazing feedback. So have a listen to the show. You can listen to the replays on Stereo and then join us live this Friday. I think that's it. Thank you all so much for watching and being here and supporting. And stay tuned for next week when Evan and EJ are on the show. It's gonna be a party. I don't know if y'all remember the last time I've had 3 people on the show, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. So listen on Friday and then get all your financial questions together and really take advantage of that time that will be here. What else do I want to say? I think that's it. Yeah, subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe and hit that notification bell. Sign up for our Financial Friday workshop on the 19th at AmeliaFortes.com/events. What else? I think that's it. Yes, Jeremy, you need to be in there like swimwear, Jeremy. Look, Evan, Jeremy knows. Jeremy knows where he needs to be. And by the way, Evan, I don't know if you've ever seen StreamYard or this, but this is where you'll be joining me next week. So yeah, I tried to get the boys to join tonight, but they needed to get their shape ups. Okay, now I'm just sharing too much. Thank you so much. This has been Wind Down Wednesday. We're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday-ish. It's been a wild ride. But I'm Amelia Fortes. I'm your host, Self Love TV Productions, and I will see you on Friday for Financial Fridays and also next week for Wind Down Wednesday. I love you all so much. Bye.